Hello, this is Biofight Productions. My name is Spencer Dawson. I'm here to tell you about 1776 Liberty Quest. It's in the alpha. They haven't really started developing the game. We really just have the idea and a few of the graphics designed and some images to help you get the idea of it. So, Biofight Productions, this would be the first game we've made, and the whole idea behind this is that we want to bring games into school. We want the educational system to be supplemented by what video games have to offer. Often they have a bad rep in that era of things, and often even have a bad rep in general. But we want to change that. We want to utilize the technology that's been given to us by bringing it into schools and using it in education. Specifically, if you can tell by the year, we want to specifically teach history through it. It's a great way, an easy way to bring a video game aspect into the educational system. History has a lot of rich stories in it. There's a lot of different ways you could go with a video game. And our pitch to you is that we want to do more of a narrative storyline that still allows the students to interact with the game itself and enjoy the entertainment aspect of school and of the game at the same time. The game will take place in the year 1776, and it'll start in the decade 1770, and each chapter or level will be divided into each decade. It'll be 100 years per game, and this will be the first game. So the first chapter would be 1770 to 1780. The focus of that chapter would be the year 1776, when the Declaration of Independence was signed to declare our freedom and independence as a nation. Obviously, a crucial event in the history of our nation, so that would be the focus. There's a ton more that happened in that decade, but considering the size and production of a video game, we wouldn't be able to cover as many events as we would desire, which is why the game would be a supplemental focus to a professor's course. It would be part of the course. It would go along with a textbook, which is why we're teaming up with the top of the line historians that we can get in colleges nationwide, so that we can develop this best to help teachers rather than drag them down. So rather than just giving lectures, tons of assignments and textbook lectures from the professor, students would be able to listen to the teacher, still have assignments, but also be able to play the game and get a grade based on that as well. So instead of a score-based game, it'd be a grade-based game where, as you completed chapters, we refer to them as chapters to change the stigma from the player. Rather than a level, they're completing a chapter as if they were reading a textbook. So as they complete chapters, they receive grade points, which then eventually lead them to hopefully get an A. The genre would be an RPG. They'd be using non-fictional characters, so people like George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, and so forth. It'd be rated teen, only because throughout history there's been a lot of gory events and a lot of things that we don't want to leave out, but we also don't want to go into depth, which is why we've chosen a bird's eye view and simple graphics similar to classic Legend of Zelda games. It'd be something like that so that we can avoid having detailed graphics but still get the point that in an event like Abraham Lincoln being shot, they still know that he was murdered, but they don't have to see anything graphic. So then teachers are able to still support it, schools can support it through their policies, and students aren't affected by it in any way. So there's no fear there. Our target audience would be mostly high school and college. The huge target would be college because professors there are a lot more capable of utilizing something like this. So thus we would target them for good reasons as well, because a lot of high school students, they game, they get into college, and there's not really an opportunity for them to do so. So this would be a great opportunity for them to take that class. The platform would be PC and Mac, only because there wouldn't really be a really realistic way to get this onto a console. It would be more of a pain than it would a help. And professors probably wouldn't be too supportive of that. Some more examples of some of the levels and decades would be the Constitution, which would follow the Declaration of the Independence, the Whiskey Rebellion, the Louisiana Purchase, the Battle of New Orleans, Monroe, Doctrine, Era of the Common Man, Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo, the Dred Scott decision, the Battle of Gettysburg, the Battle of Little Bingham, and the overall objective is to complete all 10 chapters. The rules of the game are simple. For teachers, they'll have the opportunity to utilize our teacher's book that goes with the game to use tests that would test the students' knowledge on the game so that they could gauge on whether or not the students really playing it or if they were having someone else play it. The story setting is non-fictional history, so there's not much detail to go into other than the fact that it's from 1770, 100 years later, to 1870. The societal issues that may come with this game are simply that for the better, players will learn more about their nation through an interactive and fun way, supplemented through, well, we'd be supplementing the professor. For the worse, students might get in the habit or crave a better class for other credits. They might want a game that would go with their other classes, which is why we'd want to get this going and developed into other classes that would be realistic to have it. We'd love to know if you're interested. Why you should invest in this is because the market's out there. Students would want it. Students would pay for it. Getting colleges on board is what we need your help with. We need it because we can't reach out to colleges without having samples for them to test, a beta, an alpha, whatever it is that you can help us produce. We'd love to get it to them so that they can see it, use it, interact it, check the history contents. Even though we'll have citations, we'd love to have them, see if there's any errors, and so forth. So thanks for listening. Hopefully you like it.